Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Brothers Take podcast, the podcast where nerdy brothers get together each and every week, primarily to talk gaming. And in this week's episode, we're going to do just that. My name is Chris. I'm joined by my brothers Eric.
Hello.
And Adam,
Hello.
who is back. Welcome back, Adam.
Good to be back.
We are, of course, back in the room this week to share our predictions for the Expedition 33 award show. We're going to be giving our thoughts on various categories, not all of them. There's certain ones that we're not going to touch on because we never do. But this is going to be, unless in case you missed our announcement last week, this is going to be our last time ever predicting the Game Awards on our podcast. The Game Awards, of course, being the sort of award show that we like to tune into every year. Of course, there's lots of other Game Award shows too, but it's the one that we have fun with. We check out, we watch all the reveals and stuff. And yeah, we're going to be predicting what we think will win in each category. In certain ones as well, we might share what we personally would pick. We might share if we think something has been snubbed in that particular category. And towards the end, we will also be predicting 3 things that will happen during the show, right? Whether that's a world premiere, whether it's a band performance, whether it's a guest, whatever it is. Those 3 things are a definite. And how we define that is something that we feel, and of course we can be wrong, but something that we feel 100% confident on will happen during the show. Okay? Then there's the probably, which is that there's a good chance this could happen. Not as confident as the definite, but fairly good chance of it happening. And then there's the wild card, and that is, I have 0 grounds for this, but it could happen. Maybe it could happen at the Game Awards.
I think I have 3 of them.
Yeah. All of mine are wildcards.
Yeah, 100%.
And of course, as always, we want to hear your take too. So if you guys are watching YouTube, make sure you jump down into the comments to share your own predictions, your own personal picks, your own snubs, all that stuff, your thoughts on ours as well. If you enjoyed this, do give us a thumbs up, hit subscribe, ring the notification bell for all future content. And to those of you who are listening to us on audio platforms, you can touch base on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and X at The Brothers Take, again, to give your take on the Game Awards 2025. But without further ado, let's get predicting. First of all, I just want to say, Adam, welcome back.
Thank you.
Good to have you.
It's good
We've
to be
missed
back.
you, man.
Yeah.
We missed you. While you were away, did you get to, in your travels, play much of the Steam Deck, which obviously
Sure did.
was quite new before you left, but I'm sure you had more use of it when traveling?
Yeah. My plans was to play lots of Baldur's Gate, but then I realized how raunchy that game can be sometimes, and I didn't really want to be sitting next to people while playing that. So I decided to park that aside and play something a little bit more, I suppose, appropriate. And I decided to get back into, because of the Halloween season. To me, Arkham Asylum is like such a Halloweeny game.
Man,
And
what a
it's
game
kind of
as well.
It's kind of, that's my cozy game too. You know, that type of game.
It's so good. It's a great travel game.
Yeah. Oh, you did the same actually when you went to.
Yeah, I played it
LA.
on the Switch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I cleared Arkham Asylum and Arkham City, and
Nice.
achieved all Riddler stuff in both.
Nice.
On while I was away.
Jeez. Wow.
And started Arkham Origins.
Amazing. Wow, cool.
Yeah.
How you were away obviously when the sort of Steam machine, the new lineup of Steam stuff was unveiled. And don't worry, we're going to get into the Game Awards stuff very, very quickly. But
And I could do a whole discussion on this shit.
well, I was
Holy
thinking
fuck.
at some point what I would like to do
Yeah.
is, and we had said this
Have you discussed it yet?
very briefly.
Right.
We actually said, this is what we said in the last episode. We were like, okay, we'll give a brief thoughts on it. I think we should do it, because it's not in our like plan for the 10 episodes.
Yeah.
But I said, I think we should do a bonus on
Sure
this
thing.
when Adam comes back. So, and maybe they're going to do like the price reveal before this all wraps up. But yes, at some point, I would love that we actually do a proper like 20 to 30 minute full on discussion about just the Steam stuff, what we think that's going to be like, what our hopes would be for it, that kind of stuff, you know?
Yep.
But yeah, because I figured you would have a lot to say about it.
Yep.
Yep. Okay, so we won't do that now, because if we do that now, we leave ourselves with probably little time to get into our main topic this week, and there's already a lot to get through. So let's jump into looking at the nominees for the Game Awards 2025. We're obviously going to leave Game of the Year to last, so we're going to make our way like up the list from, say, the bottom. And as always, there's a few categories that we personally skip, because it's just not in our wheelhouse. It isn't the kind of games that we play or that we would have any kind of horse in the race of. So best esports team is out, best esports athlete is out, best esports game is out, content creator of the year is out. And I think we also had decided we were going to miss best or innovation and accessibility and games for impact. Is that right, Eric?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
Before we go any further, just to give this some stakes, in the past couple of years, and Adam, you've tended to be away when we do this. Me and Eric usually put like a pizza bet on this, and that is whoever gets the least amount of predictions right has to buy a pizza that we all then share, normally at like the Christmas episode. So it's just whoever gets the least right has to buy the pizza. Is this something that we want to do again this year? There was another idea I had in mind, but it's something that me and Eric had ongoing throughout the year, and that obviously Adam didn't. So
What's your other idea?
the other idea, Eric, was that me and you at the start of the year made predictions as to what would happen throughout the year. And we said whoever gets the least right has to buy a €50 voucher in the game console of the winner's choice. My other suggestion,
So I'll get you an Xbox One so that you can
for sure.
keep your Game Pass going.
My other suggestion was that, but this would only be between me and you, Eric, would be that we add these predictions to that, so that we now don't know, because at the moment I'm in the lead.
Yes.
And it might actually tip the scales back in your favor. So that's...
I feel that Adam being not having a ball in that court, I suppose.
Yeah.
I want to show some sports analogy for all of our sports fan listeners. And,
yeah, we also might not do best sports game. Go on.
yeah, we also might not do that.
I assume not best AR VR. You mentioned that?
I didn't actually, but yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Probably not best VR AR either.
Yeah, we probably won't do best. We probably won't do
honest,
game of
I
the
don't
year
think
either.
any of
Yeah.
these,
Yeah, we won't do any of them.
I don't.
Yeah, we're actually not going to make any predictions.
To be honest, I haven't played a single game that came out this year.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah, but I think you can make a good guess, but I think Adam should decide, because
In terms of the stakes, how about, Eric, we do me and you are adding these to our predictions from the whole year.
okay.
Adam can literally throw in whenever he wants to throw in a prediction or whatever. He's just like, yeah, I'm cool. I guess I'm taking these as suggestions of games I should play.
That's essentially it. I'm actually doing this the right way around, if I'm going to be fucking honest. Like, most people are like playing all the games that come out and then seeing how they fare in this awards. I'm checking to see which ones are the winners and then play them.
Okay, by the way, before we go any further, one thing that I do know for a fact is Expedition 33 is not only the most nominated game this year, it is the most nominated game in the Game Awards history.
Yeah, no, I saw that. Yeah.
And it's the cheapest.
At the moment. So you should buy it and support Sandfall Interactive.
Yeah.
All right. With that in mind, then, so Eric, are we happy that we're adding these to our predictions from earlier in the year, and that this could still go either way for me and you?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's start with most anticipated game.
Most anticipated game.
World premiere.
Jesus, where is that? There it is. Okay.
Down towards the bottom.
Towards the bottom.
Well, okay.
Give us the nominees.
Oh, so we're seeing...
There's 5, Adam. Yeah.
007 First Light. Grand Theft Auto 6. For fuck's... Yeah, I mean, come on. Marvel's Wolverine, Resident Evil Requiem, and The Witcher 4. All pretty...
They're not bad, like, they're not bad things.
From one, I would say, like, these are all really, really cool games to look forward to.
There's 3 here that are a no-brainer, and there's 2 here that I'm scratching my head over.
Well, there's one, like, fucking winner, really. It's like...
Yeah, look, I think we're all going to predict that GTA 6 wins this second year in a row.
Yeah, I mean,
yes, for
every
sure.
single one of these developers are glad that game has been delayed.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I don't know, though, because it's now closer to Wolverine that I'd say Wolverine are kind of like, oh, fuck.
Is Wolverine not the summer?
No, fall 2026.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know why 007 First Light is here. No disrespect to the game, but I don't think it's as anticipated as either of the others. And then The Witcher 4. There's like no release year for that yet. And I'd always thought it was for the following year. Because if that's the case... No, if that's the case, well, sure, throw the Elder Scrolls 6 down here. Throw down the next Mass Effect here. Throw down Final Fantasy 7 Remake Part 3 down here. Is anyone
actually anticipating the next Elder Scrolls? Like, as a fan, I think that's just going to... I think Bethesda have kind of lost faith.
Yeah, but is there also a case of you need gameplay?
Do you not hear my point, though?
I hear your point.
My point is you could put down any game ever that's ever going to come out.
You can,
like,
but
why
wasn't Breath of the Wild 2 like an anticipated game, and that didn't even have a title?
That's true. That did happen.
Yeah, so like The Witcher 4, like we actually have gameplay for that, which means it's pretty close in comparison to Elder Scrolls 6, which was announced in 1945, like and Mass Effect 5 or 4 or whatever it's going to be called. We got a blog for our N7 day. Like those two games are not really in
I'm not
development.
saying that they should be here. I'm saying I think something like Crimson Desert should probably be there.
But is anyone really anticipating that game?
Probably a little.
Well,
more
who's
than
anticipating
First
The
Light.
Witcher 4? I'm not being rude here. I don't think it has the hype that I don't think The Witcher 4 has.
I'd say The Witcher 3
It still has like collaborations and still mods and.
Well, it's just like
I know
The Witcher 3 to some people is like
the greatest game ever made.
Yeah, is like that's their Skyrim or it's their Baldur's Gate. Like it's fucking huge in terms of like it being the game that either got people into gaming or they continue to play. No, I'd say the hype around Witcher 4 is massive.
Are you just a little sour that Final Fantasy VII Revengeance isn't on this list?
No, I don't think
if there was a
that
trailer
I don't think that deserves to be here either. I think it should just be games that are releasing in 2026. That we know we're releasing in 2026.
Well, it's just that they haven't done that in the past. So
unless we're about to find out that The Witcher 4 is going to have a trailer at this that says releasing 2026, in which case this is a marketing thing.
Yeah,
very possible.
That's very possible. Like I'd say they might know something here that we don't.
Yeah.
It's okay. But GTA 6 is winning that for sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
Which is your own most anticipated on that list?
I'm
Wolverine.
Torn. Ooh, Adam's Wolverine.
To be honest, actually, more I've seen of Resident Evil Requiem, I'm looking forward to it, but I'm also like, I'm wondering if it's not too different of a formula as well. Like it kind of seems, I think the stalker enemy thing is kind of getting a little bit old now, and I don't know if it's going to be as fresh or interesting as the previous two, really. So for that reason, I think Wolverine is something is very different.
Fair.
How about you, Eric?
I'm torn between Resident Evil Requiem, and Witcher 4. So, anticipated.
I'm not saying it's not anticipated. I'm saying I think it's weird. It's for the
joking.
It looks unbelievable. I don't understand how that's going to run on PlayStation 5, actually.
Yeah, for sure. Maybe because it's going to be on PS6.
Yeah.
Probably.
Or exclusive to next Xbox. Would you get it then, Eric? Would you?
Yeah, you'd have to.
Are you just like all of you just looking for games?
My most anticipated is GTA 6. Okay, let's go to best adaptation next.
Best
Always
adaptation.
a weird category.
Yeah. Yeah. This one in particular is really fucked. Like, so we have the Minecraft movie, Devil May Cry, Splinter Cell, Last of Us Season 2, and Until Dawn.
I've heard people complain, in particular on this one, that Sonic the Hedgehog 3 isn't here.
Yeah, I mean that.
In comparison to, say, Until Dawn.
Yeah, like, I mean, Sonic, as far as I know, was well received.
Yes.
And Until Dawn
was
not. So
I'm pretty sure the Sonic movies have done really well. So
to be honest, I actually, out of all of these, I think it's got to be the Minecraft movie then, isn't it? Because that's the only one that's actually well received.
Is that your prediction?
Well, my prediction is probably going to be The Last of Us, because there's just something about, I suppose, if you think about it in terms of an adaptation, that probably is the closest to the source material. I mean, I don't think Jack Black is actually in Minecraft.
Wait, what?
But the character of Steve is.
Wait, what?
If they're actually going by, like, it is saying creative work that faithfully and authentically adapts the video game. So for that reason, I think The Last of Us is actually going to win.
Yeah.
But out of all of these, I'm pretty sure the Minecraft movie is the more entertaining or better product.
Okay.
As far as
so
I've
much
heard.
so that like cinema screens got absolutely demolished from excitement of just seeing was it a chicken or a pig or something, and everyone just lost their shit.
What are you saying on this one, Eric? What would you pick, and then what are you predicting?
My prediction would be for The Last of Us Season 2.
What would you pick?
What would I pick personally?
Mm-hmm.
Devil May Cry?
Okay. I would personally pick The Last of Us Season 2. But I predict Devil May Cry is going to win this one.
You sick son of a bitch.
Interesting.
I'm playing to win, Eric. I'm playing to win. Okay. Let's see. Where do we want to go next? After best adaptation. Best multiplayer?
Best multiplayer.
Let's go.
Sure.
This is going to be tricky to predict, I think.
The nominees for best multiplayer is Ark Raiders, Battlefield 6, Elden Ring Night Rain, Peak, and Split Fiction. Okay, so originally I was thinking to myself, is there much... Adam obviously will probably be like, what the fuck are any of these games? But I am actually like, this...
Well, I know what, like, 3 of them are.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But I am actually kind of like, this is a toughie, actually. Because they get a hard on whenever they see Elden Ring.
Well, I was wondering actually, to what
off.
extent is I know of Elden Ring obviously, but to what extent is the multiplayer in this? Is
Night Rain
it's fully multiplayer.
Yeah, that is a multiplayer. Like, it's its own kind of spin-off game.
All right, okay.
And it's all multiplayer. And it's kind of like Ghost of Tsushima Legends, but as its own game kind of a thing.
Yeah, it's a full multiplayer, create your own character, choose your own class, go in there and fight big monsters.
I think Battlefield 6 is going to win this.
I've heard good things about Battlefield 6, but there is Split Fiction as well, which for a long time, for me, I might go with Split Fiction, because for ages people were thinking that was going to be nominated for Game of the Year. Like that was up
Yeah.
there for runnings with people. So I personally will go with Battlefield 6. No, Split Fiction. Adam's going with Battlefield 6. I've heard good things about 6 as well, though. Battlefield 6.
I would obviously pick Split Fiction. I fucking love that game. And I predict that Split Fiction is going to win this category. I'll be a little butthurt if it doesn't. I'll be honest.
The only reason I'm going
I
with
have a horse
Battlefield
in
6
this race.
is
Yeah, go on.
because of from all the discussion around the Steam stuff.
Oh yeah.
Battlefield 6 will not work, and has been the number one question when people were, at least on Reddit, when people are asking about which handheld PC should they get if they're interested in playing Battlefield 6. That question comes up so many times.
Wow.
So there's a lot of interest around that game.
There is for sure.
So for that reason is why I'm choosing that one.
I actually think that category is like closer than people might think. Like I actually think I've heard a lot of people talk about that game Peak as well. And Ark Raiders is very recent and people are fucking loving it.
Yeah.
So that has a little bit of recency bias to it.
Yeah.
So honestly, it could go anyway.
Yeah, it's very,
and the thing that's
going
to go against Split Fiction, even though it's one of the highest rated games of the year, is that it came out so long ago that have people kind of forgotten how much they liked it versus what they're really enjoying like now. So that will go against it, but I'm hoping it's still gonna come out on top. Okay, where are we going next?
I'm assuming not sports and racing.
And I wouldn't think Simmer strategy either.
Yeah, okay.
So best family?
Well, our family's the best.
Hey!
True story.
Best family game.
Okay, best family game. We have Donkey Kong Bonanza, Lego Party, Lego Voyagers, Mario Kart World, Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, and Split Fiction. Split Fiction. I don't know why I
Added extra consonants there.
Split.
What are we thinking?
Well, considering, I'm just gonna go with fucking Donkey Kong.
I hear you.
I will also go with Donkey Kong.
I would either go
Bonanza.
Donkey Kong or Mario Kart World. I suppose whichever they consider to be more family oriented, but I don't think Split Fiction is necessarily a family game. The others, yeah, but they're just. I mean, Sonic Racing is never going to beat out Mario Kart World, is it? So, but I'd say Donkey Kong.
Dems are fighting words. Some people feel passionate about that one. Yeah, I mean, look, I would pick Split Fiction here. But yeah, I predict Donkey Kong Bonanza is going to win. All you have to do is look at the Game of the Year category, and it's pretty telling. Like, none of the rest of these are in it, so come on. Like, the same thing happened last year with like Astrobot. It won Best Family Game, and people were kind of like, "How can that win? It's a one-player game." So, I think the same thing is going to happen here.
Yes,
where it's like it's more like the best family-friendly game as opposed to the whole family can play.
I think I brought that point up last time because I was like, should Astrobot win it considering it's a single player game, you know, no one else could play it. But anyway, next category
I suppose best family just means that I don't have to try and hide what I'm playing on my PS Portal while the kids watch something on the TV.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Right, it's not Baldur's Gate 3 when you're getting into one of those spicy scenes.
No, it's not that.
Yeah.
Not as family friendly. Right. Next category is best fighting. Are we doing best fighting?
We can. I don't know much about the fighting. I can't think of even a big fighting game that came out this year. Go on, have a look at it.
I can name them for you. So we have 2XKO.
Yeah.
Capcom Fighting Collection 2.
Right.
Fatal Fury City of the Wolves.
Right.
Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection.
Right.
And Virtua Fighter 5 Revo World Stage.
Can I just say something on this?
I haven't a fucking clue.
Yeah. I'm also... Well, here's what I want to say. They need to add a horror category. Because even when there's nothing to put in the fighting category, but they still try their best to string along a fighting category, at this point, there's enough horror games every year to have a horror category.
Yeah, because we
very
did
passionate
one.
about that.
We did one earlier, like not too long ago. Me and Chris, and we went from 2014 all the way up to 2025.
There was
Yeah,
only
and even
one
in
year that you were struggling with, but
there was only 1 year that would have
yeah,
been like the equivalent of this
Yeah,
year
it was.
fighting category.
It was not great. Like other than that, it was like there was
Bangers.
and then there was one
Bangers.
year was really fucking tough because it was just banger after banger after banger.
Uh,
Yeah, this one is a toughie for sure.
to-
I'm not predicting on this one. This is like,
I'm
could
gonna
it could be any
predict
game, to be honest.
because I've got a big we've got a horse in the race here.
Fair enough.
Capcom Fighting Collection 2. I'm gonna predict that.
Okay,
Based on just Capcom's.
You know what? I'm gonna let's throw a spanner in the works.
Do it, Eric.
I'm gonna
Do
say
it.
Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection.
Okay, and then
You clearly haven't seen the reviews for that. Go on.
I'm gonna say
Okay.
Virtua Fighter 5.
Oh my god! Okay,
Right. Why not? Let's.
Why
That in
not?
itself is a fighting game. Let's see what wins. Okay. Cool. That's called blind predicting. There's
Yeah.
nothing behind it.
Okay.
Next one might be more interesting. Best RPG.
Best RPG. We have Avowed. We have Clair Obscure Expedition 33, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, Monster Hunter Wilds, and The Outer Worlds 2.
I think something's missing here.
Is Monster Hunter Wilds an RPG?
I think so.
It's got.
I think so. I think if you played it, you'd be like, yeah, this is definitely an RPG more than any other thing. But
Like the other ones, I'm like, yeah.
yeah, I know.
But that one, like, I'm familiar with Monster Hunter,
Well, I think it's like.
and it's as bad as an RPG as Destiny.
But I think Monster Hunter Wilds specifically is an RPG as opposed to Monster Hunter games are.
Is it that much different, other than it being like open world? Because this is like the new one of like worlds, right? Like it's.
Like, I can't speak to it. I haven't played it.
Monster Hunter Wilds. Yeah, it's open world. It's a bit of crafting. You spend 2 hours fighting monsters to get their stuff, to craft new stuff. You up your stats and everything like that.
I think it's weird that the Oblivion remaster isn't here, which I would call a remake.
Yeah, that is weird because I played a bit of Avowed, and I played a bit of Oblivion, and I think Oblivion definitely is the better of the two.
Should be there instead of Avowed.
I think so, because I also
Yeah.
played a bit of Avowed and a bit of Oblivion, and Oblivion was just unbelievable.
Maybe it should be there instead of Monster Hunter. I don't know. I just find that
Maybe.
one weird.
that's
That to me
fair.
just feels like I know it's like MMO, but like an action adventure game more so than an RPG.
For sure.
Hmm.
Well, I mean, look I would pick Expedition 33, and I predict Expedition 33 is going to win this one.
Yeah.
Don't be different for the sake of being different, Eric. You know.
No. I'm sorry. I'm nodding my head to say yes. Like I agree with you that it's Expedition 33. It really, to be honest, it's between that and it's between Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. But
For
I'd
sure.
say it's
Yeah.
Expedition 33.
For sure.
Hmm.
All right. I actually think we're not going to disagree on a lot of these.
No. This is
And that's where our definites, possiblies, and wildcards is what's going to help distinguish to determine who actually wins this, because I think there's going to be a lot of agreeing with each other.
That's why I decided to do the Mortal Kombat collection thing, because it's like let's just throw a fucking spanner in the works here and be slightly different. Because I think we're just gonna be like, yeah, it's that game. Yeah, it's that game. Yeah, it's a couple of
Best
categories.
action adventure.
Yes, so best action adventure, we have Death Stranding 2 on the beach, Ghost of Yote, Hollow Knight Silk Song, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, and Split Fiction.
I think this is the hardest one out
This is
of
a
all
good
of them,
category.
actually.
This is a toughie.
This is a good category. I like this one. It's also that
I jobbed this one.
I job that. I think I learn every year that action adventure is definitely probably my favorite genre then, because it tends to be the one where it's like, yep, I have played nearly all of these, and I'm like, yeah, I could see that winning, I could see that winning, and I'm sure in other categories people feel that way as well, Yeah, this could go in a couple of different directions.
I am stumped with this one. Fuck, this is tough.
Well, okay, I'll go first. I would personally pick Split Fiction. That's my favorite action adventure game this year.
Mm.
Can't get over how good the traversal, the puzzles, that whole crazy gameplay experience is. It's so much fun. But I predict that Hollow Knight Silk Song is going to win.
Yeah.
God damn it, Chris. I was hoping you were going to say something else because in my head I was like, it's probably going to go to Hollow Knight 6. I feel like I need to pick something else here. Just to fucking...
Next time you go first.
Will I go with something else? Just for shits and giggles.
Well, no, I mean, if that's what you feel like is going to win, then that's it.
I do feel like that's going to win for sure.
Okay.
If I had to pick one, because I haven't really played... I only played a tiny bit of Split Fiction. Never played Indiana Jones or Hollow Knight. If I'd probably, like myself personally, I'd probably go for Ghost of Yote. But I do think, yeah, Silk Song, like yourself, Chris, would win that one.
I would say as Eric, and I personally would go Ghost of Yote. I feel like Hollow Knight's going to win it. I don't know if Hollow Knight deserves it.
Ooh.
Just based on this particular category.
Them's fighting words.
He loves those
but
fighting
just
words.
based on the reception it's
For sure.
received, and where it's placed later on, I think that one's going to win.
Yeah, I have to say it's. I think Ghost of Yote is sort of the, when you think action adventure, Ghost of Yote is almost like a poster child for that in the same way as an Uncharted is. You know, like the PlayStation, Sony exclusive games tend to be the action adventure poster children, you know, more than anything. But I'm happy to see Indiana Jones here. It is also a very much a, if when you think action adventure, that game is also exactly that.
Yeah, I think that's probably because now I haven't played Split Fiction, but from what I've seen, maybe I'm wrong here.
Mm-hmm.
But like I would class Death Stranding, Ghost of Yote, and Indiana Jones as action adventure, whereas Hollow Knight and Split Fiction, I think more. I don't know if platformer would be the right term. If you get me.
I think because they don't have a best platformer category though, that platformers tend to end up in
I think
this
they need
category.
to knock away a couple of categories and put in some proper ones.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree with that, for sure. I think best horror should be added. I think best platformer actually is a decent video game category.
Yeah.
Because oftentimes we do have like, was it 2023? Yeah, 2023 Alan Wake 2 was out, and I think that was put in best action adventure. I was just like, I am not like having a good adventuring time there.
Yeah,
I don't want to be here.
Like Alan Wake 2 is incredible, but not an incredible action adventure game. That's a weird way to describe that game. Yeah. Anyway, okay. Will we go on to best action, which is different to action adventure?
For some reason, that's different.
I think when you see what's in there, you go, yes, I agree that those are different to action adventures, though.
Yeah. Okay. So for best action,
but is there a best shooter?
No, there isn't.
There isn't. But like.
But there should be, right?
Like that should be best shooter then.
Yeah. I don't disagree.
Yeah, I kind of look.
Even though I think a shooter is not going to win this, but go on.
Yeah, no, it's not.
No. But like, yeah, I know what you mean. As like, 2 to 3 of the 3 of these could be an action adventure, and then 2 of these could be in shooter.
Yeah, shout them out, Eric.
Right. So we got Battlefield 6.
Yes.
Doom: The Dark Ages.
Yes.
Hades 2.
Yes.
Ninja Gaiden 4, and Shinobi: Art of Vengeance.
All right, who wants to go first?
I think Hades 2 is gonna win. What would I choose? Like Hades 2 is not my kind of game.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest, I don't think I would enjoy any of these games. But if I was to pick one, I would probably choose Doom. But Doom or Battlefield, maybe.
I think, Jesus Christ, this is like 2023 again, where it was just like, well, obviously it's that game. Obviously it's Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah, it is very much like that.
It's so yes, I think Hades 2 is going to win. And then if I was to choose one myself based on what I have played this year, I'd have to nearly by default go with Doom: The Dark Ages. It's the only one I've played.
Yeah,
But-
by default, I would also be Doom: The Dark Ages, which is fun. I had fun with it, but it's not like mind blowing, you know.
No.
But yeah, I predict Hades 2 is going to win. Yeah. Okay.
2024 was kind of more interesting because it was like, I don't fucking know. This was just like, well, obviously that.
Okay, I think we're going to skip best VR, AR, and best mobile.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
These ones are always funny because the two of them are fucking. Let's do best debut indie game.
Isn't this one? This one's the. Oh yeah, it's gone there now, isn't it? Yeah.
Best debut indie is pretty wild.
What's gone?
Mega Blanc. What was the name of it?
Oh yes. So
Mega
yeah, there
Bomb.
was a game in this category, and the creator actually said, "No, I pull out. Don't vote for my game," because he
yeah.
was like, "It's not a debut indie. I've made games before,"
Under different names, which
which is interesting because he did raise a point of like, if someone just changed their studio name every year,
yeah,
would they be eligible for best debut indie every time?
yeah.
So they did raise a point because everyone here, as far as I know, has made games before. I might be wrong on the Blue Prince one, but yeah, I'm not sure about the others. Eric, give us the category or give us the nominees.
So for best debut indie game, it is Blueprints, Claire Obscure Expedition 33, Despelot, Despolot, and Dispatch. Right. Okay. So
A lot of controversy around Claire Obscure within these categories.
On this one
Yeah,
why is there controversy?
and the next one.
and the next one, yeah.
I think it's around. Do you know, like, if, as an example, like the guys who made Dead Space go off and make their own studio and then come out with, what was it? The fucking
The Callisto
Callisto
Protocol.
Protocol, right? And if let's say it's a brand new studio, comes out with a brand new game, would that be a debut indie game? Like, I know they probably have a different, like, they probably are under a publisher or something like that. But if it was just a self-funded, but they, they're kind of like an indie industry veterans a little bit. It's kind of like, I think the conversation around this whole category is about trying to uplift people who are just kind of getting started in the industry, and it's pretty clear that with something like Claire Obscure, you're not just starting out here.
But I mean, half of fucking Ad Hoc, were they not Telltale?
For sure.
Dispatch, they're
Yeah.
all.
I think there's an issue with this category though. Like, I think
Just the category in general, but
I
they're
think-
using Claire Obscure as a jump off point. Like,
I think one of the issues in general for the Game Awards, and it has come up in the last couple of years as well, is what the fuck is an indie game?
Yeah,
How do you define an indie game? Hollow Knight Silksong is an indie game. There's no doubt or question about it because it's like made by like two guys, you know?
But is there like a is that not done by like, is there not a publisher behind that, like publishing it? If you get me,
I don't know.
as far as I know, like, indie should be, it's basically you're independent. I mean, that's it. You're an
Yeah, like
independent
Doki
studio.
Doki Literature Club is a really good example of a 100% independent game
Yeah,
for sure.
Adam's like, don't remind me of that game.
Dare you bring that up?
Okay, I get what you mean. Yeah. So best indie and best independent really should be nearly those niche games you would find on the Steam store that like would really go under the radar because they don't have the backing of a big studio. And
well, it's just, I
definitely made by,
suppose,
like, a couple of
from a
people.
technical, I think that's what, like, a lot of people hope that this category was. There's nothing like what they have here is, game created by an independent studio. Like they're not wrong there, but I think the hope for this particular category is like what you're saying, is these people who are kind of hidden. They don't have the budget to promote.
Yeah.
You know, that's the thing. Like, if you're able to do massive game trailers and stuff like that, there's a massive budget there. Like, marketing is the biggest expenditure for a studio, and indie developers don't have that resource. So you're kind of hoping that this category exists to help uplift those that are struggling.
Yeah, like if you're an indie developer, you're not getting Andy Serkis.
Well, there's money. There's money there somewhere, I guess.
For sure.
Yeah.
Like Andy Serkis is in this game.
Yeah.
You know?
Which it's winning, most likely.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
so you're saying Expedition 33?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Obviously, I would pick it. It's fucking incredible.
Or Dispatch. I've heard of some fucking amazing shit about Dispatch.
I'm going to predict Dispatch for this one.
Dispatch is very good.
Only because, as far as I know, it's the only category it's in. And I just think the jury might go, if this is my only chance to give it some flowers, versus I'm going to give that one flowers anyway. So I think Dispatch might win this one.
Okay, that would be nice if they did. But then again, last year they did put Shadow of the Erdtree in fucking Game of the Year, so they have also made silly mistakes. So.
Okay, let's go on to then Best Independent Game.
Which is the same thing, but
Yeah.
different.
It's just that it's not the first one. So Best Independent Game is like, it's still independent, but it could be your second, your third, your fourth independent game.
Right, Silk Song would go into
Best
this more so.
debut indie is your first time.
This is this would be a kind of a tougher one, right?
So we got Absalom, Ball X Pit, Blueprints, Claire Obscure Expedition 33, Hades 2, and Hollow Knight Silk Song. Right. So this is tougher. This is tougher. Fuck.
I think it will just go to Claire Obscure.
Probably.
Yeah, Claire Obscure Expedition 33.
Yeah. Interesting. That one's tougher.
Are you predicting anything different, Eric?
No. Let's all be boring and the same.
Okay, Expedition 33 it is. Okay, moving on from Best Independent Game. Do we want to do community support? Do we want to do best ongoing?
Best ongoing might be interesting.
Let's have a look at best ongoing.
Best ongoing, which is Final Fantasy 14. That's still going.
Yeah.
Fortnite, Helldivers 2, Marvel Rivals, and No Man's Sky. This is an interesting one.
No Man's Sky has won a couple of times, hasn't it? In this particular category?
So has Final Fantasy 14. It tends to kind of be those two as the front runners generally.
Yeah, I think it's probably going to be Helldivers too.
Okay.
Interesting. I was going to say that, but then I also said I haven't really heard much from them recent years. But then they did have that big giant event where Earth was getting attacked. Remember that? Earth was getting attacked, and essentially it was nearly like every player across the world unified together to try to defend Earth, and there was like this whole event that if they failed, Earth was gone. It was destroyed. It was out of the game forever.
Okay.
So yeah, maybe Helldivers 2 for that moment, as well as just probably a lot of the other updates, and I think they're bringing Halo into it now and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so,
no, it's constantly getting like new stuff, new events, and things like that.
And it still looks cinematic as fuck. It looks a good crack. Yeah, so I'm gonna
So
say
are you
Helldivers.
saying Helldivers 2 as well?
Yeah.
I'm going to say Fortnite.
Let's see you do it.
Son of a bitch.
Just ever since they added in The Simpsons, all I see is Fortnite stuff everywhere. I actually think it will have brought back a huge audience to a game that has been popular for the last, I don't know how long Fortnite's been out now, but it seems to be still one of the most popular games amongst younger generations as well. And I think it's like back in the limelight again.
Well, I think they should try out that indie game, Claire Obscure Expedition 33.
They should. Okay. So that's best ongoing. We said we would skip games for impact and innovation in accessibility, mainly because games for impact you'd want to have at least played them to get the impact, to have anything to say on it. And the innovation accessibility, again, you'd want to have played them all and checked all their features before you could even comment on that. So that takes us on to best performance.
Yo.
Yeah, so best performance. We have Ben Starr from Clair Obscur Expedition 33.
Yes.
Charlie Cox from Clair Obscur Expedition 33. Erika Ishii from Ghost of Yote. Jennifer English from Clair Obscur Expedition 33. Konatsu Kato from Silent Hill F. And Troy Baker from Indiana Jones and the Great Circle.
It's clear that Claire Obscur, her Expedition 33, has a really good cast. Maybe some very good performances and some great writing. Okay.
From what I saw, Joystick Awards, I think Ben Starr got Best Support and Jennifer English got Best Performance from the joystick. So, which can
interesting.
sometimes inform you how things are going. So I would say it's between those two, Ben Starr and Jennifer English. It'd be kind of cool if Charlie Cox got it. But I don't think it's going to go to Charlie Cox. I think it's going to be Jennifer English.
I think someone's missing here. And I think they would replace one of the Expedition 33 people.
Mm-hmm.
But they are also from Expedition 33.
And that's Andy Serkis.
I think Andy Serkis should be here. His performance is fucking excellent. I know that goes without saying, really, but it's excellent.
I think it's one of those things though where they could nearly have put down the entire cast of Expedition,
For sure.
They felt like okay,
all
like,
6 of these could have been, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, but we need to cap it, like, so they probably might have wanted to do Andy Serkis, but like, okay, we're gonna have to cap it at 3 because we should probably give it to some other people.
I think it's cool that they put down the Japanese voice actor from Silent Hill F rather than the English voice actor.
Yeah, I noticed that because I was thinking like it is very common that usually in these awards they only ever give it to the English voice actors, no matter where the game was developed or who did the voice acting first. They usually always give it to the English one, so that is cool. Good job, Konatsu.
And then, last thing I want to say before I get into any prediction, no disrespect, but Erika Ishii isn't the best performance in Ghost of Yote. Never mind the best performance here.
Fighting words.
She's not. She's not the best performance in Ghost of Yote.
Who's the best performance?
I would say there's another character. I don't want to say, like, you go check out the spoiler cast, but that's a better performance than hers. He's a very important character in the game.
Right, okay. Yeah.
Personally. But anyway, I would pick Jennifer English. I think she does an amazing job.
I will always pick Jennifer English.
My shadow heart. But I'm going to go different. Yeah. I'm going to predict Troy Baker.
Oh, for his
as
amazing
Indiana Jones.
His amazing impersonation of Indiana Jones.
Yeah, I just think I'm not even sure if he was considered for the Golden Joysticks. But I just think that people in that kind of same way as like the Oscars.
I thought he got one for best supporting as Higgs for Death Stranding
instead of
Indiana
Jones.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah, I just think in that same way as like the Oscars tend to favor towards people who played real people because they can kind of compare it and be like, oh, they nailed it.
Actually,
they nailed it. Like, so I just have a funny feeling people are going to like the others are all amazing. I would pick Jennifer English, like, but I think some people might go because they have something to compare with. They could be like Troy Baker nailed it as old school Indiana Jones, and they have like a benchmark to compare with. That I think he might win.
it is actually interesting that no one from Death Stranding is here.
Yes, that's very strange, actually.
Well, I played a lot of Death Stranding too. I haven't cleared it, and I will say I was not exactly blown away by the performances.
But I thought your man was pretty good. You know the Wish Saw Snake.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I can't remember his name though.
Yeah.
Like his performance was really from motion capture kind of performance is like the subtleties that he does is really really good.
Sure.
Yeah, I think that's another reason I'm gravitating towards Troy here, because they haven't nominated him as Higgs, which is a more recent game. Means that his performance as Indiana Jones from last year is still on people's minds.
Well, it's probably the DLC might have reminded them.
For sure. As well, yeah, you're right. And the PS5 edition came out this year as well. Anyway, that's where I'm at.
Okay.
Oh, and Adam, you said Jennifer English
Yeah.
was going to get it.
Yeah. He'll always pick Jennifer English.
That's what I said.
Even in other years when she wasn't there, you picked Jennifer
Jennifer.
English.
It's actually funny enough. She was in Elden Ring.
Yes.
Got Game of the Year. She was in Baldur's Gate 3. Got Game of the Year.
She is the key.
She is the key because then she's in Clair Obscur Expedition with Expedition 33, which is nominated for everything. And then is it next year or 2 years' time? There's Tides of Annihilation coming out, which looks incredible and it's probably going to get Game of the Year.
They want to keep an eye on that.
Yeah, just they should start putting her like then in movies and movies.
She's the Alan Tudyk of video games.
She should, if ever you're talking to her, you should tell her that.
Yeah. You're like a
You are
lucky
the
charm.
Alan Tudyk. All right, let's do best audio design.
Okay, so for best audio design, we have Battlefield 6, Clair Obscur Expedition 33. I say people again, fuck it. If people don't like that game, I'd say they're getting sick of fucking hearing it being mentioned.
For sure.
Death Stranding 2 On the Beach, Ghost of Yotei, and Silent Hill F.
This is a tricky one.
Yeah.
Especially if you haven't played like all
Any
the
of them.
games.
Yeah.
Sound design, right? So this is different to like soundtrack and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, it's just in the game audio because I can imagine Battlefield 6 probably has some
I'd say it's
some
amazing.
really
Some
immersive audio.
Yeah,
Ghost of
some
Yotei
intense.
has
Incredible
insane
audio.
audio.
Yeah.
Death Stranding, not so much.
But though, it does though. I would
Does
imagine
it?
Silent Hill F has great audio as
Yeah,
well.
sure.
Like the whole.
What's Clair Obscur like in terms of audio design?
I actually like, and
is it
saying
the
this
soundtrack is probably so blasting that you don't even notice.
right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much.
as someone who loves the game,
Yeah,
this is one category I wouldn't put it in.
yeah.
I think there's probably better nominees this year for sound design audio. Like I wonder, like that Chronos New Dawn game probably has bitching audio.
That's actually so far. Did that miss the deadline or something? That hasn't been nominated at all here.
Didn't miss the deadline. It just didn't get nominated.
Because yeah,
So
I'd imagine
shit,
that
like
would.
Yeah, basically, you should never play it. That's what this is all about.
Yeah,
I actually imagine like what's Doomed Dark Ages like. I imagine that would have like really sick audio.
Yeah, not really.
No?
I think the fact that you have to go into this, and I know audio is not music.
Yep.
However, I think this will play on people's minds that they went in to tweak everything, and the fact that you have to do that, makes you maybe feel like none of this is well balanced.
Right. Okay.
Like I had to go in and turn up the fucking music and turn down the sound effects. So-
I'm gonna go with Ghost of Yotei.
I would pick Ghost of Yotei, and I predict Ghost of Yotei will win.
I'm going to throw a spanner in the works.
Do it, Eric.
Yeah, why not? Why not? I'm going to go with. I'm actually torn between Battlefield 6 and Silent Hill F.
What would you pick out of the ones you've played?
Well, I've only played 3 of them. Yeah, I mean, I probably would pick Ghost of Yotei.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna I'm gonna go Battlefield 6. Why not? Throw
Okay.
a spanner in the works.
Okay. There we
Could be
go.
totally wrong.
Predictions are locked. Tell us how you're all feeling about it, guys. Okay. Next is best score and music,
Yes. So we
which
have.
apparently is leveled up by Spotify this year. I don't know what that means.
No, I saw that too. I was about to say that. So we have Hollow Knight Silk Song, where the composer was Christopher Larkin. Hades 2, where the composer was Darren Korb. We have Clair Obscur Expedition 33, where the composer was Lorian Testard. We have Ghost of Yote by Toma Otowa. And we have Death Stranding 2 On the Beach by Woodkid and Ludwig Forsell.
I mean, I would personally pick Expedition 33, and I predict Expedition 33 is gonna win this one.
Yeah, no, Lorian Tessard is definitely getting this for sure for Expedition.
Yeah, I'd say so too. But I like all of these would be banging.
These are all pretty
great.
banging. These are all pretty banging.
It's a good category. It's a
Yeah.
strong category.
Yeah.
But also, Expedition 33 is the only game this year where I have added music from the soundtrack to my playlists. Like it's that good. Like it's considerate for best video game soundtracks of all time. Good.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
It's actually people were a little pissy or a little annoyed that it was snubbed from the Grammys. I think it was.
No, the BAFTAs, I think.
Or was it the BAFTAs where its soundtrack was not being, its score wasn't being considered? People were like, "What the fuck?" But Woodkid has some good songs as well in Death Stranding 2. But
we'll probably see him on the stage.
probably. Yes. So are we all saying Clair Obscur?
Yep.
Yeah.
Lorien Destard?
Best art direction.
Best art direction, we have Clair Obscur Expedition 33, Death Stranding 2 On the Beach, Ghost of Yote, Hades 2, and Hollow Knight Silk Song.
This is not as straightforward.
No, this is always one of the more interesting categories ever.
Yeah.
This is one of the best ones.
Yeah.
Do you like this one, Chris? Yeah.
Well, it's one of the coolest things about video games is their art style. And this category, usually every year, each game has a very distinct, its own art style that makes you go, yeah, fuck it. In no matter who picks what, they're justified because they all have like none of these 5 games are bad in that department.
Yeah, they're all.
You know what I mean?
I the way I would look at it is like, I would happily set a wallpaper to any of these games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would pick Expedition 33, and I predict Expedition 33 is going to win.
I would pick Ghost of Yote,
Mm.
and I predict Hades 2.
Oh, shit!
I'm just going to Clair Obscur. I'm just going to Expedition 33. It's gone again. I wanted to do an Adam on and Joe Spanner in the works, but it's just
Yeah, okay.
I need to win this.
You should have done that a couple of categories ago.
do let us know, guys, if you think differently or where you're thinking. Do let us know. Okay. Next is this is going to start getting really boring.
Yeah.
Best narrative.
Okay.
Tell us what the nominees are.
Clair Obscur. I'm not even saying the full name anymore. Fuck that shit. Clair Obscur, Death Stranding 2, Ghost of Yote, Kingdom Come 2, and Silent Hill F.
One thing I want to say is here, it's really cool to see Silent Hill F here. It'd make me curious about that game's narrative. Because that's the other cool thing about the Game Awards. Sometimes you just, when you see stuff in certain categories, you go, shit, maybe I should play that. Like, I missed that.
Yeah, so apparently it's supposed to have really good. It's supposed to really play on the like traditions of Japan in that era, which I think is why they went with a female protagonist, especially I think she's still in like high school, and so it's in that era of what would be the traditional values that would be placed upon her, and sort of that's her horror, I suppose, is having to try uphold that when she would rather break free. I think that's kind of some of the elements of the story is the Silent Hill F.
This is one where I think even if you haven't played any of these games, you could predict this right, because all of these games have a great narrative in their own right, you know, to varying degrees. But the premise alone of Expedition 33 is one of the fucking coolest things ever. And that alone is better than any of these other game stories. And that's just the premise. And then take it from there. Yeah, I'd pick Expedition 33, one of the best game stories I've played in years.
Yeah.
And I predict it's going to win.
Yeah, it's one of those games where I think I said this as well when we talked their spoiler cast for it. When Expedition 33 was done, I felt hollow, but not in the sense of like, oh, I just wasted my time, but in the sense of like, what do I do with my life now? Because I was finished. So yeah, I'd have to give it.
It was all consuming.
Yeah, I'd have to do that. I'd have to give it to that. Like, it's just it's so good. They just have such a balance in their narrative of the dramatic with the comedy and the whimsical with the emotions. The pacing of it is very well done. And yeah, as you said, the setting, the reason why the characters are together and everything like that. So good.
Yep. Any thoughts on this one, Adam?
Yeah, I think it's going to Claire Obscure.
Yeah, there we go. Nice and simple, guys. This has been one of the easiest prediction episodes we've ever done, I think.
Yeah.
Well, this is the same as 2023 when it got to the point when we were just like,
it's Baldur's Gate 3.
It's Baldur's Gate 3.
And 2020 when it was like, it's Last of Us 2. It's Last of Us 2.
I was being more against that though, but I think I was being spiteful for 2020. Yeah.
All right, best game direction. Eric, give us the nominees.
Shocker! It's Claire Obscure and Death Stranding 2 with Ghost of Yotei, Hades 2, and Split Fiction.
I am happy with all of these nominees in this category. From a game direction standpoint, like Ghost of Yotei's game design in terms of where the world takes you is incredible. I haven't played Hades 2. I can't speak on that. Split Fiction, the game direction to that is fucking insane. It's still one of my favorite games this year. It's so fucking good. I'm glad it got into this category. Death Stranding 2, I've only played the opening hour, and that's enough to be like, holy shit, this is crazy. The way cutscenes are directed, the spectacle that's happening on screen, how immersive it all is. And then, yes, I mean, Expedition 33 is so, it's like crazy. The game direction and every choice, every little thing that's happening, homages to old games while creating something new. This is a good category.
Yeah, I feel like if Jeff Keighley was allowed to do the votes, he would just give it to Death Stranding 2.
For sure.
Yeah. I don't want to be a broken record. Like, I kind of like I'm boring myself. I would like.
Is this a boring ass episode?
I would like to be able to go, oh, it could be that actually, but.
Let's face it, it's Claire Obscure. Let's move on.
Well, okay. I would pick Expedition 33.
Yeah.
I predict Death Stranding 2 is going to win this one.
I don't.
You're just
Death Stranding
saying
2 wins, I think out of all of them, Death Stranding 2 is the least deserving to win in this category.
I'm just saying, I just think that Hideo Kojima star power has an effect on people in ways where sometimes Quentin Tarantino wins the Oscar for the movie where you go, yeah, I guess he deserves an Oscar, but is it really for this film? You know, or DiCaprio finally gets his Oscar, you go, yeah, I guess so, but he probably should have got it years ago.
I was
not
thinking
for
about
this one.
I was thinking about The Revenant actually a couple of weeks ago, where I was thinking about the fact that he got an Oscar. Just a slight tangent, just to break up from us talking about Claire Obscure. But I was thinking about it, like, he wasn't acting in that movie.
What the fuck? You can't say that. Yeah, he was.
No,
he acted the fuck out of that movie.
He was actually freezing.
Oh, sure.
He actually ate a raw liver. Like, that's actually just doing the thing. It's like, so therefore
he was acting the gum.
Yeah, it's
So
method acting,
therefore,
man.
I'm agreeing with the fact that it's like, no, yeah, he should have got it, for one of the other movies when he was acting and not
For
just
sure.
actually doing the thing. Like there's a scene in like one of his earlier movies. I think he's a drug addict and he's trying to get back into his mom's apartment. She won't open the door.
Mm.
That entire scene is so fucking it's well framed and the acting to it is fucking amazing. It's like, how did he not get an Oscar for that?
He's a
That's
very good
an
actor, isn't he?
Yeah, he should do it more often.
But to be that guy, then I'm gonna say Hideo Kojima.
Okay.
Okay.
Good job, Chris.
All right.
Thanks. Thank you.
That's to give you a chance, Eric, is it?
Yeah. He took the bullet. Okay, and now we're on the creme
Game
de
of the year.
brulee, the game of the year, where we have ba, 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 Claire Obscure, Death Stranding 2, Donkey Kong Bonanza, Hades 2, Hollow Knight Silksong, and Kingdom Come Deliverance 2.
I have a little bit of a grievance with this category.
So do I.
Can I just say that both, and I'm not, obviously, I have a bit of personal bias here as well, right? But both Split Fiction
Mm-hmm.
and Ghost of Yote, and I'm not saying I don't think Ghost of Yote should be here, but both those games showed up in more categories than Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Yep.
So across the board, in terms of all the things it's excelling at, I'm not sure, and I'm not saying it's a bad game, but I'm not sure why Donkey Kong Bonanza's here.
Well,
Yep.
did they not get hard on for Nintendo? Like, did they not just kind
It
of
does
go?
seem a little bit like we have to have one Nintendo game here, because there does always seem to be one.
But they'll
Like,
never
even
put.
in 2023, Mario Wonder was there over like so many fucking games that came out that year that I was like, was that really?
Yeah, but they'll never put an
Like, Game of the Year shit?
Xbox game in Game of the Year. They haven't.
Oh no.
There's
shut your
two
mouth.
games here where I'm a little bit surprised that they're in Game of the Year, actually.
Okay.
Donkey Kong Bonanza is one. No doubt that it's a good game, but if I'm going to be honest, I haven't actually heard anything about it. Other than, yeah, it's good.
It
you know
got
what I
good
mean?
reviews. That's all I heard.
Yeah, well, a ton of games in this entire award ceremony has gotten good reviews.
Yeah.
Like, if you look at Claire Obscure, Hades 2, Hollow Knight, and Kingdom Come Deliverance, like, people don't shut the fuck up about those games.
All year round.
All year round. I actually don't see, and I've played a good bit of it, I don't see Death Stranding 2 being a Game of the Year contender, if I'm going to be honest.
Well, and this is why, and I know we've moved on from it now, this is why I leaned towards Hideo Kojima winning Best Game Director, because I do think that there's an industry bias towards Kojima. I love the guy, don't get me wrong, and I think the opening to Death Stranding 2 was super impressive.
Mm-hmm.
But you're right, it's like, what is this doing that's much different to Death Stranding 1?
Yeah, and I understand Death Stranding 1
you know?
being in the Game of the Year run-up because
When it was,
of the games that came out that time. Like, I mean, there wasn't a whole lot of competition, and it was interesting, it was new, it was different. But here, yeah, I don't know. I was kind of expecting Ghost of Yote, because there's a lot of chit-chat about that, whether it's good or bad. It's kind of like a Last of Us Part 2 kind of discussion around that game. It's quite controversial.
I'm pretty sure I've made that comparison before in one of the episodes. I think
Yeah.
you might have been
You
on
did,
and
yeah.
for us where you went to China. I compared it. Yeah, it's very Last of Us 2.
Yeah. So I'm
You're
surprised
lovely.
that's not here. I'm also actually kind of surprised that Indiana Jones isn't. Because that's another one that
interesting.
really surprised a lot of people. Or Split Fiction. Like,
I
those
I
would be
do
the
think
ones.
Split Fiction should be here.
Like, I really enjoy Death Stranding 2. But
Mhm.
I don't know. It's I don't know if it deserves in the Game of the Year category, actually.
The thing with Death Stranding 2, I think I've said it my initial review is it improves on quality of life, but the more I played of it, the more I actually found the story was less intriguing, weirdly enough, and the environment, as graphically beautiful as it was boring because it was desert and more desert and a desert with a bush. That was it. While Death Stranding 1 was like, grasslands and rivers and Icelandic lands and this almost like Mars like desert and like an arid desert, forests and mountains, snowy mountains. And I just found Death Stranding 2 was just like, here's more. Like, for me, the best thing about it was Dollman, from what I've played so far. It's this little doll. Yeah, I can see what you're saying though, Adam. Like Ghost of Yotei has a bit more to offer, a lot more chit chat.
Well, outside of that, like I just think the way Ghost of the Otei pushes the PS5's hardware, like
Sure.
it is probably outside of like something like Metal Gear Solid Delta is like the most next gen game I've seen, but actually not broken or not struggling on the hardware. Like it's so tailored to that console, and it just achieves wonderful like cinematic experience in an open world, which is not easy to achieve.
No. And then you do raise a good point as well, because with Donkey Kong Bonanza, because again, I would have saw the game, obviously the Game Award, Game of the Year nominations before I saw anything else. So I would have assumed Donkey Kong Bonanza would have been in a few more categories than just
I
one.
take the fact that it's not in Best Action Adventure is kind of strange, but it's in Game of the Year. And bearing in mind, and I know, okay, maybe people might not automatically think of that as an action adventure, but like that is the category Astrobot won last year,
Yeah.
and then won Game of the Year too.
Or art direction.
Yeah, it's just it does seem to me strange that it's in Game of the Year, and is seriously lacking in all other categories. And then games that got way more nominations than it are not up for Game of the Year.
Yeah.
I don't really understand it. But
Battlefield 6 got more than it.
Yeah.
yeah, that's a good point. But ultimately, it doesn't matter.
No,
which
it's going
other
to clear
games are here. So
Expedition 33.
Expedition 33 is winning 2025's Game of the Year.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think it's well deserved though.
We can all agree on that. And look at the success story of the year. Like this studio, like they deserve it. Like it's so, I don't know how they pulled this off, but my God, it's incredible.
Be fucking hilarious and confusing, and probably piss off a lot of people if any one of those games would have other than Clair Obscur. Like if Clair Obscur actually didn't win any award.
Well, here's what I want to ask. Actually,
I think if Death Stranding 2 won, that would cause such an uproar, more so than any of the other games there.
Because I don't know. They'd automatically think this whole thing is rigged, and Jeff Keighley.
Which to me, it's like that alone to me says that this game doesn't really deserve to be here, right? Sure. Because if it was, let's say it was Hades 2, I don't think anyone's like, you might go, I think the other game deserves it, but you wouldn't be like, what?
No, well, for sure. I would be like, what though if Donkey Kong Bonanza won as well?
Yeah. But then again, I think like a lot of the reviewers, there's a lot of gamers who get hard on for Nintendo games, so they might be like, oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, maybe. Here's a question I want to ask now that we have absolutely determined that Expedition 33 is going to win Game of the Year.
It's winning everything. Yeah.
Will it also win the Player's Voice Award? Now, the nominees for Player's Voice are not here yet at time of recording.
Oh yeah, okay.
It always starts off with like 30 games, then it whittles down to like 10 games, then it whittles down to 5 games, blah, blah, blah. So you can already, in the first 30, it is going to be in there. As well as Ghost of Yotei and Death Stranding 2 and many of these other games. Will it win Player's Voice as well as Game of the Year and all the other awards that we've just spoken about?
I actually think
it could actually, yeah.
It could win, but I think with the amount of nominations it's gotten, could actually work against it.
Yeah, because it could be. I think either that or Silk Song.
I think there's going to be an online boycott against Expedition 33 by all these other people who actually had no interest in the Game Awards until all this came up, and then was like, I'm fucking sick of hearing of this game. Why can't other games win? So yeah, I actually do think Yeah, Hollow Knight Silk Song.
I
Player's voice.
think it's between Silk Song and Kingdom Come.
If you had to pick one, if you're going to predict one, even though we don't even have the nominees yet.
I'll go with Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 to be different, just so that people aren't like, fuck me, these three guys have the same voice and saying the same thing over and over again.
All right. So that's all of our predictions. Let us know your own, guys. But we have a couple of very last predictions to make before we wrap up this week's episode. And that is what will actually be shown during the show. Because obviously during the Game Awards, there's also a lot of like trailers. Sometimes there's guests. Sometimes there's surprises. So we're going to start with our definites. These are things that we feel 100% confident on will happen during the Game Awards.
Okay.
Different to what we've just talked about, by the way. Like, it can't be Expedition 33 will win Game of the Year. You know, like we've already done that. Eric, what's a definite prediction for you?
Okay. So a definite prediction is gameplay for OD.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Gameplay for OD.
Yeah, I want to be more specific, other than just like something to do with Hideo Kojima. I didn't want to be as vague. I was like, no, let's be specific. Gameplay
You feel we're going to get gameplay for OD?
Gameplay or something for OD. OD will be shown.
Yeah. So OD will be shown. Okay.
OD.
Gotcha. Adam?
I was going to say the same, actually.
Sugar.
But maybe just
I can say something else
to be
if
a
you
little
wanna keep
different, then I'll just say performance by Woodkid.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, interesting.
I've got two here.
All right, you greedy shit.
So I'm trying to see which one will I lock in. One of them is another trailer for Resident Evil Requiem. And the other one is the words for those who come after will be spoken on stage. So I'm trying to think which one will I lock in. But we've done enough talk about Expedition 33. So I'm going to say Resident Evil Requiem, another trailer.
Okay.
Okay, so then our probablys. So these are, there's a good chance it could happen. Could very well see it happening here, but not as confident as our definites.
So it's interesting that I'll go first. It's interesting that Adam said Woodkid will definitely play.
Okay.
Because my probably was that Woodkid would probably play, because in my head it's between him
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
and Lorien Testard. But I feel like he played at.
Why not both?
Why not both? That would be beautiful.
I mean, they do a couple of performances throughout, don't they?
They will probably both play. Thanks, Adam.
Is that what you're going to go with? Because, you know,
That's-
with me and you, I'm going to put it down on the scorecard if that's what you're saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm putting down.
That Lorien Testard and Woodkid will play during the show.
Yes.
Okay.
Might play during the show. Both of them might play during the show.
No, will. That's what you're saying. They will play. But this might only probably happen.
This is the probably happen, right?
Yeah,
They
I know
probably
it'll probably
will.
happen, but it's more of a how confident are you in it, but it's still a prediction.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Adam?
Unless something comes out before then,
Yeah.
I'm going to say Half-Life 3 confirmed.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. That's bold. That's bold.
That would make everyone forget about the awards. That would just the internet explode. Like everyone will just not give a shit about the awards. It's like, holy fuck.
And you better be ready, guys, because it's going to be a Steam Machine exclusive.
That's one of those
launch
things
title.
where I would be excited about that, and I've never played a Half-Life game in my life, but I would be
Just because
excited.
of the buzz.
Yeah.
Okay, my probably, or possibly, if that's the way you want to look at it, whatever. Title reveal for Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was one? Obviously, I keep calling it Revengeance because that's hilarious to me. But were you thinking Revival? Was that your
Revival has been my longest,
Yeah,
my theory for the longest time. Yeah.
it's a good one. That's a good one.
Okay, and then our wild cards, which is like, there's no okay, so like for example, the Half-Life 3 thing is in the rumor mill, yeah.
The rumor mill for the last.
No, but it's
long time.
it's back in the rumor mill, right?
Yeah.
The idea of people who are nominated for the Game Awards performing at the Game Awards, very possible. The fact that Square Enix have said we know what our title is and we know when we want to reveal it means that it's coming up at some point. So wildcard, however, is there is like no evidence for this whatsoever, but you could maybe envision that this is might be where something like this happens.
Okay. I mean, I'm so tempted to put in just because it's our last time ever to say it. I'm very tempted.
It's on you, man. You do what you want.
I know, but I also kind of want to win. So what I would have said, considered as my last one, is the Infinity Blade remake. Because it'd be so fucking good. But I am going to say a proper mixture of cinematic and gameplay, the same way we got when Skyrim was announced, that we will get that for the Elder Scrolls 6.
Like a title reveal?
Well, it's called Elder Scrolls 6. That's the
No,
title,
but like the official.
yeah.
Subtitle.
That with the cinematic mixed with gameplay reveal.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
gonna go with a Skyrim remastered announcement. Because I think we'll get that before we ever get an Elder Scrolls 6.
A PSVR 2 version.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go with Abandoned. No, I'm joking. I'm gonna
Imagine that'd be fucking hilarious.
just for the closure or anything. We just want closure. No, for my wild card prediction, I am gonna go with. There's one that I wanted to say, but I just don't think we're even there yet. Which is like, like the Cory Barlog. I'd put it in my predictions at the start of the year. Cory Barlog's project being teased.
Oh yeah.
But I'm not confident at all. The Wolf Among Us 2.
Oh.
I'm gonna say The Wolf Among Us 2 trailer to say yes, it is still happening. We heard about it a long time ago, and it's been radio silence ever since.
Yeah, game companies should stop doing that. That's really annoying.
But yeah, that's it. That's our predictions for the Game Awards 2025. But we want to hear all of your predictions in terms of what will win, in terms of what will be shown. What do you think about our predictions? Do you think we're batshit crazy? Who do you think is going to win in the predictions tally? Do let us know all your thoughts. If you're watching the YouTube, jump down in the comments to share your thoughts. If you enjoyed this episode, please do give us a thumbs up, hit subscribe, ring the notification bell for future content. And to those who listen to us on audio platforms, you can touch base on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and X at The Brothers Take, again to give your take on the predictions of the Game Awards 2025. Thank you so much for checking out this week's episode. Do make sure you're following the podcast for the final phase of the Brothers Take podcast. We will be back to talk to you guys next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Honestly, this could have been like an email. It's like, what's your prediction?
Expedition 33.
33.
Yeah, we'll put up the TLDR.
Yeah, you could have just released a short, to be honest.